That's right, Goldfinger perked me back up after No Time to Die. Man, No Time to Die is like a downer, but man, Goldfinger is the lift me up back to where a Bond fan should be. Oh man, what can I say about this movie that has already been said in millions of movie reviews and podcasts and other fun videos? Oh man, Austin Powers, like he made fun of this movie. He made fun of like the later Sean Connery ones more, but man, Goldfinger, what a fun movie. I forget that this movie is fun. I don't like Goldfinger as much as I like From Russia with Love and Dr. No, but I do think it's kind of a step down, especially from like an Ian Fleming like novel standpoint, although Goldfinger did follow Ian Fleming's novel pretty stinking closely, so there's that. But man, it's just what it lacks in more depth that like From Russia with Love had. It makes up for in just sheer craziness. Let me just list off to you the scenes that kind of perked me back up. Okay, James Bond almost gets cut in half with a laser. Perfect. Do you want me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I want you to die. Just perfect. Scene with Q. I know Q's in From Russia with Love just that much, but this was the movie where Q became Q. You know what I mean? Like, it's the very first Q laboratory scene, and he's just so annoyed at Bond, and I understand that came from the director. Oh, so great. Ejector seat in the car. Just perfect. And that was one, when I was watching this movie for the first time as like a high schooler, I was like, when would you ever use that? Because it ejects the passenger side, and the reason you want to eject is it would eject the driver's side. But then when Bond climbs into the car and he's at gunpoint and they make him drive, then you're like, oh yeah, and just bloop. Like, could you imagine being alive in 1965? Some of you maybe were, and watching this, just so much of it's new and fun and fresh, and just so like, oh, just such a great movie. I do think, oh man, his fights with, that golf game, the fights with Oddjob, everything about this movie, just bang, bang, bang. We have to talk about, this like, a few people watched From Russia with Love and Dr. No, like, they were decently successful movies, but it was kind of like the Avengers, like, the first 4 Avengers movies were decently successful. People watched them and liked them, but man, did the first Avengers movie bring things home, and man, did Goldfinger bring things home for the Bond franchise. We'd have to talk about all the spinoffs. I'm not even going to be able to name all the spinoffs that suddenly happened because Goldfinger happened. Like, suddenly everybody was in on the spy train, and everybody's trying to do their own James Bond spoofs or knockoffs or spinoffs or whatever. I mean, this movie lit a fire. I'm just so glad I watched it after No Time to Die. That was a perfect decision on my point. Not listening to the Netflix algorithm anymore because it was great. The one thing I don't like, there is one thing I don't like in close. I do think Pussy Galore's whole like plot twist character kind of change sides. That never has worked for me. It's in the super creeptastic category. And I know we're like, oh, it's 2026, so we can't judge 1965. But I think even for 1965, this was like raising some eyebrows. Like, this was kind of really a weird thing. Bond had sex with her once, and she turned from this good, strong woman who's in command and control to like, oh, I'll betray everything I ever knew in Goldfinger. And then the whole hokey, like, the plan is for all the soldiers to fall over and just act dead when these planes fly over. U.S. military, yeah, they could get something like that done. They're, even today, I, have my faith. But that part, I think, was the one part of that movie. Every time I watch it, I'm like, whatever. But the rest of it, oh, so fun. Oh man, and I didn't even talk about the fact that the actor who played Goldfinger was not the voice who played, like, one of the most perfect dubbing jobs done. And like, that guy should have won an Oscar. The guy who took the voice recording and placed it over this character, like, all 3 of them who were involved in that, the sound editor, the actor, and the voice actor should have won Oscars. Because just no, Mr. Bond, I expect you to, like, you cannot believe that he is not saying that. And so, oh man, what a great movie. Who even knows what's next in this thing?